in that lane. And Zed is one of those champions that should be able to, but it's obviously going to be taken away. And H2k, I mean, I said it before, Overpower was the only one that really stood out, obviously, with his ridiculous scoreline, but we didn't really see anything amazing out of Selavar or Vander or Zazos or Jankos. So I wouldn't be surprised if they actually do more of a standout role here.
Yeah, and the thing is, TCM have final pick here, so they should leave their mid lane until last. Like, they should, because Overpower, if he picks a counter, you're already starting off on the back foot against someone who's obviously incredibly strong in that lane. I mean, we saw him dominate in the lane phase, then he started to pick up kills, and then it's just that horrible snowball effect that came into play. But Cassadin will be the final ban here for H2k. What are TCM going to take out now? We've got the likes of Elise, who's been very popular tonight. We've got, Lee Sin, who Jankos was pretty quiet on, to be honest, on that Lee Sin. But the fact is they had a very much go in and get the job done combo last time. Whether that'll be banned out against him, we'll have to see. I think a Jax even could be taken away. We saw how strong they were last time. Actually, Fizz. So every ban going towards Overpower.
He's got to be feeling either good right now or feeling really upset or pissed off because he can't play one of his 3 champions that he really enjoys. Shen is still available, though. And if you're H2k, you probably want to leave your mid laner as a last pick right now. But obviously, you could pick it up first if you want Overpower to get a specific champion. I'm trying to think, what would they go for? Shen is open. Jarvan's open. We've seen a lot of them already today. And like you said, Jax is still available for Zazas, but I don't think he's going to pick it that early because he got counterpicked in lane and he had a really tough time.
So, looks like chat just caught up with the whole TCM thing going on. That's great. Zazas here picks up his champion for this game. Renekton locked in there for H2k. Very, very strong champion. You know, we've seen... I mean, Freddy was a prime example of where you don't want a Renekton to get, you know. 4 versus 1, he was holding the entire team off in their early game. That can't happen here. We'll see how Zazas does this time around. Obviously taking Jax in that last game, which, funnily enough, was still open this time around. On the other side, Elise, as I said, left open. We've seen JWoww play it in the top lane. We know that Naruto can play him in the jungle as well. See where that one ends up going, but it's locked in either way.
Yeah, his Elise actually did so well, too. He was playing against a York in that top lane, which isn't, I guess, the hardest thing to do as an Elise, but the thing is, he snowballed it really quickly. He went for that crazy penetration build with the Abyssal Scepter, the Sork Boots, and the Haunting Guys. And he also interacted with other lanes, too, which is really tough to do when you're a top laner.
So, let's see Caitlyn in there. What are we going to see for H2k now? Hard to call, I think, at this point. I'm not sure that they... Or will they go in? Yeah, they will. Gragas. Overpower's like, I'm just going to take that right now. And you can feel free to try and counter my belly. Sona picked up as well for Vander.
So that Gragas, I mean, he's not one of those assassins you normally picture in your head, but he can definitely get the work done if you obviously land your full combo on someone. And honestly, if you're TCM, you should really be scared of that or should really respect it in the laning phase. The Sona on the Vander yet again. His crescendos weren't bad. He was able to hit quite a few crucial ones, too, that they really needed to close that game out. And obviously, if Sona's open, I don't see why more teams just don't pick her up because that crescendo can really turn a fight around or it can really give you a strong advantage.
So, what are they going to add into this one? It looks like we could possibly be seeing a Thresh come out. Seen a lot of him tonight. No real surprises. Thresh, obviously, up there with the most picked support players, as is Sona, obviously. And it's going to be an Ahri here for Belgium Beast.
Okay, so Ahri is one of those champions that's a little bit difficult for Gragas since you're melee range, and obviously Ahri is range champion, and she can also avoid your barrel if she times it right, or at least escape towards the end of it, even if she does get hit. But this is also 3.12, so this is before the changes to Ahri happened in 3.13. She doesn't have the extra % damage once she charms someone. And she's also decently easy to shut down early on if you actually do pick up at Lee Sin. You have that double slow. She's going to be forced to flash out. But that is also a lot of magic damage picked up for TCM already.
Yeah, and H2k actually going to lock in that Corki. So very similar. 3 out of 5 champions that they had in that last game are going to be in this one as well. Are we going to see Naruto take a Mundo in the jungle? Funny thing is, we don't see much Mundo in the jungle, and when we do, it always seems to be the Spanish guys.
Huh. Yeah. Who was the jungler on Giants? Oh, what was his name? Because he ran Mundo in the jungle. I can't remember. Come on, Joe.
My brain.
Oh, I thought you knew it. You just weren't telling me.
No, my brain is...
No.
My brain is not letting me know. Our producer's looking up.
Borden!
Yeah.
Oh, how did we forget that? His Elise and Mundo were crazy good. But it looks like it actually be Jarvan this time, so they're going to be going for that one. Actually, if we see the combo that TCM was able to pull up with the Charm and the Cocoon, like they can take someone down very quickly. The Jarvan kind of facilitates that, or at least backs it up really well.
Yeah, Jarvan added in there. So, lineup's complete here. TCM, they won their last best of one. We talked about it before that they had a couple of troubles finishing out the game, but looked solid early and mid. Last game, you know, Motroko actually was doing really, really well in the lane phase in terms of CS, was ahead there. But it was that mid lane, again, that was causing them all the problems. And I think that they're going to have to focus a lot more on Overpower and getting him out of the game here.
And it's funny because it's such a good champion for him to pick up with that Gragas. Like, he'll have the mobility to escape ganks, and he probably knows that they will focus him down, so he'll be able to avoid that very well. And that also means the other lanes should be able to do a little bit better. But then again, both junglers weren't really in the last game. I mean, they really didn't roam around. They really didn't provide many ganks at all. So I'm really curious to see, can they get a little bit more involved this time? Can TCM shut down Overpower? Can Zazas take on JWoww? And honestly, it's going to be a really good one.
Yeah, going to be a fun one to get into. And a 1-0 lead that H2k have right now. Yep. I can't see them losing this best of 3 after what we saw in game number 1. But it wouldn't surprise me to see it go to a 3rd. I think, though, blue side here, whether you call that an advantage or not, we'll see. H2k looked very, very comfortable in game number 1. It wasn't a close game, really, at all. But it all depends how this one gets started. I mean, we could see TCM coming out very strong, like they did in the early game in their previous best of 1. Lots of ifs and buts at this stage.
And I wonder if Nurturador is going to let Junkos actually cower jungle again like he did last time. Because that's all Junkos was doing. He wasn't trying to gank. He was just trying to take away everything he could from Nurturador, because he's one of those junglers where he will secure the kill if he can. Like, he will steal that kill away from whoever's in that lane if it's possible, just to kind of get a couple of items going, because he normally depends on that. So if you take away some jungle, you keep him under leveled, you keep him from not getting any kills, he has a really tough time. He really struggles as the game progresses on.
So let's jump into game then. We are on to Summoner's Rift here. H2k 1-0 up against TCM for our final spot in the Intel Extreme Masters Cologne Amateur Tournament. And who's going to be able to pick it up? We see the starts here pretty much identical across the board. Only the top lane is really different there, with the Crystalline Flask, Ward and a Pot for Elise, and the Doran Shield start for Renekton. Probably expecting a 2v1 to come in against him.
And I think you'd be happy with that, though, because comparing him in a 2v1 versus JWoww in a 2v1, he should be able to do a lot better. But then again, he will be against a Caitlyn and a Thresh, so it can harass him very well under turret. Then again, he has the ability to heal up with his Q. And right now, both teams not being as aggressive with wards this time. They're really not trying to gather information in the jungle of the other one. And H2k were able to take advantage of it last time, stealing away the blue right in the beginning. But this time, they don't really seem to care as much. Or they're not really fancying their chances when they could run into a Charm, a Trap, a Cocoon, and a Hook.
Lots of scary stuff at level 1, that's for sure. I see that TCM here sat with Nurturador, Barney D, and Motroko on the corner brush. They may be joined here by Belgian Beast. Are they going to go for anything? Nope. Looks like we're going to have a pretty standard start across the board, with a blue buff start for Jarvan and a red buff start for Lee Sin. I called it a little bit too early. They've just done a circle around and they're going for it.
No one's there to actually spot this. They might be able to catch H2k off guard if they do get in the right direction. And it looks like Vander will be able to spot them coming, though, so they will be able to survive here. They will be able to escape this one. And they do actually ward it up here, so Junkos could potentially steal it away. Just as I said that, put a pink ward down to stop this from happening. But they're still there. They're just trying to harass him here. And with Corki on the side, they can actually force them off of this, probably.
Well, let's see. Celebi here going to Phosphorus Bomb over the side. That red buff is going to be smited now by Nurturador. So the race is kind of on here. Does Lee Sin go up and do his blue buff? Does he head over to the enemy red? Will Jarvan go straight to his blue, or will he try and protect his red? It actually looks like Nurturador is he's kind of half-half right now. I can't really tell from his position whether he'll go blue or red, and he is going to go over to blue, and we can see that Jankos has gone to take the enemy red, so we should see a simple trade of red buffs here at the start.
Yeah, because Naruto used that smite, I think Jankos knew he could probably take this red buff before he'd even get over towards that top side, and in the end, I mean, TCM comes out with a little bit of a lead since they do have a little bit of an early advantage, or level advantage to Naruto here, but Jankos going to be able to get his own blue, and Naruto are going to be able to gank this top lane pretty soon here since he doesn't have to pick up his own red. But will they?
But will they? Actually, he left a bit of camp in there, so he's not going to have a timing on that one when it comes up next time. This mid lane, we singled it out as probably the lane to watch between Belgian Beast and Overpower after what happened in game number 1. And so far, it's Overpower who has an early advantage, despite having those melee auto attacks.
That is a huge advantage, too. I mean, obviously, there's a huge, or not a huge wave anymore. There's a wave pushed up, but to have that, a double CS lead as a Gragas right now, I mean, the barrels he's hitting are spot on. It keeps catching Belgian Beast over and over. This is honestly not a good sign if you're TCM in that mid lane. They have to do something about it, and it looks like Naruto is going to try to be the one to do that. However, there will be a ward in middle spotting him out here, so that gives Jankos the opportunity to turn this one around if they do want to go for it, and it looks like they will. Yeah,
they're going to try and come in for this one. Level 3 for Naruto, and actually Jankos just going to spot, I thought I was smart leaving a bit of your camp up, but you did the same to me, scumbag. But yeah, that leaves him at level 3, and we can see that Jankos here is level 3. Going to hit level 4 actually, or is he? He'll be close to it, and yeah, we'll hit level 4 here from that big golem. And now we see Naruto coming to middle, Overpower. He's just going to body slam away from that one. Naruto takes a turret hit for his pleasure.
And that's what's going to be so difficult for TCM to do, is to punish Overpower when he can escape so easily. You're going to need to see Belgian Beast and Naruto both be level 6 if they want to potentially pull off a successful gank here. But honestly, it's not really easy to do against this Gragas. He's up towards the top side, though. Looks like he's going to steal away a wolf camp here. But this also means that Jankos could go for a mid gank.
Yeah, and I think the time to do it would be now to force a flash out of Belgian Beast before he gets to level 6, make him feel all that more insecure with the fact that he doesn't really have any escape to come out. Meanwhile, in this bottom lane, the usual pressure being exchanged by the two support players. Obviously, Barney D got the advantage on that front with the fact that he can death sentence someone in. Well, up until now, that has not really occurred. Mid lane, Overpower, as we said, he's got that CS lead. Although that has started to come back a little, he's still managing to maintain it at least.
Yeah, fantastic job of him. I really respect that out of him to be able to pull that off. And right now, Belgian Beast is going to be backing away too, so he's going to be able to get some free farm here if he does actually commit to it. And he's going to be able to get a little bit of an advantage more. And yet again, in this game, Joe, both junglers being very... I don't even know the right word. Yeah, very passive. And it's kind of funny to see that when you have a Jarvan and you have a Lee Sin, who are very early game junglers. As a Jarvan, you need to get an early start to get rolling here, and Lee Sin as well. And they're both just farming away. They're not really applying pressure anywhere. It's really surprising to see.
Yeah, I think that's a lot to do with as well that this is game number 2, and mistakes can cost you, especially if you're a TCM player, because you lose this one and you're out of the running for Intel Extreme Masters Cologne. H2k, they don't want to play any more games than necessary. A 2-0 would be more than enough for them to be ending the night with happiness.
And right now, Zaz is doing a great job topside too. He has a nice CS lead over JWoww, and he's actually putting out a lot of good pressure on top of that. 43 to 34 CS. In the bottom lane right now, H2K's having a tough time farming. I mean, the CS lead isn't huge, but it is one-sided currently for Matraco. He does have some sort of lead. He's actually zoning them off the minions a little bit here.
I see Jarvan here coming around to this mid lane once again.
There's no way. I mean, Overpower has to use body slam into the minions for them to even go in. And even then, he still has a flash. Like, there's just no way this is going to work.
And there's a body slam away. Avoids the charm of Belgian Beast. But now they're thinking, okay, he's got a bit of time, but he's off cooldown instantly. Like, not really good news for them. Lee Sin is actually coming towards the bottom side of the map as well, so keep an eye on that one. TCM are quite far pushed up, and they're still waiting here for them to go in. There is the charm going to land. Can they finish off a great barrel to push him away? Overpower here. Oh, the charm not quite got the range. That would have killed Overpower. He'll body slam back to his tower. Did use that flash, but nonetheless, he's escaped, and that's the important thing at this stage. The flash was used by Belgian Beast as well.
And the timing on that, because Naruto actually Overpower was starting to body slam away, and Naruto pretty much faced it and stopped him from going anywhere, and that was forcing him to use the flash. It's a great job to take that out of him, but still, Belgian Beast now down ultimate, down a flash, Overpower down a flash. His ultimate will be up very soon. It's gonna be hard for Naruto to gank him again here, but he will be 6 shortly, so there is always that possibility to really punish Overpower. But right now, he's keeping up in farm. He's not obviously as prevalent as he was on his Kha'Zix, but he's still doing a good job right now.
Yeah, certainly is. And a slower start, as we expected here in game number 2. See how things start to develop, and obviously no first blood at 8 minutes just shows you how tense both of these teams are coming in. This bot lane has been a lot of pressure from, well, again, expected the Caitlyn range with the danger always there of that Thresh. Means that Caitlyn does have just over a 10 CS lead. Overpower here just going to slide himself through and pick up that blue buff for the first time.
And he went for a Chalice too, so he went for the Magic Resist for Belgian Beast. With that blue, he can spam all day long, mixed in with the items he has. And he also went for double Doran's Ring, so he's not going to be hurting on it. I think he's going to definitely try to harass Belgian Beast down quite a bit here with his barrels, and that means he can afford to like body slam into the minions a little bit more. And they do have ward coverage towards that top side, so he definitely should be safe here for quite a while. And TCM, you can tell they adapted their strategies to this game from game number 1, but so far it hasn't been working out just yet. But 9 minutes in, only 300 gold lead for H2k. It's a lot better than game 1.
Yeah, that's an understatement here maybe, as JWoww, again, continues to be bullied here by Xaxus. He's got that cowl now, which is gonna give him a lot more protection, but this might be dangerous for him. There is the knockup. He's gonna pop his ultimate. Is JWoww gonna get in? The cocoon has landed. Xaxus is trapped here. Did flash away, but it wasn't quite enough. First blood comes down. It's Naruto that picks it up for TCM.
And a great use of cooldowns coming out of TCM too, because they knew Xaxus had his flash available. Naruto was just waiting for him to flash so he could Cataclysm, but they knew he was so low they could fix that, or they could pretty much end that one. And they come out with the first blood, and it goes over to Naruto, who, as we're saying before, you know, he got a little bit of a lead in the beginning, and he's one of those junglers where he needs to get an early advantage if he wants to be able to, you know, keep snowballing on throughout the game. And right now, with the Boots ability, he's looking to be a little bit more proactive in these ganks.
See how that pays off. He's currently headed down towards the bottom lane. Right, Lee Sin is also hanging around. They've got pink wards in position. This is a good read from Naruto. We'll see if Jankos can actually land a Q. There is a flash crescendo. They're diving on towards Matroko. He's taken a lot of damage. Oh, the Q from Jankos is it, but he's not followed it through. There it is, finally. He goes right underneath the turret, flashes away as well. But Naruto gonna flash in. There was the kick back to stop him chasing further. He's gonna W off just about to Gragas, who comes around the side. This is another kill. Oh, you scumbag, Jankos. Stole that one away. Belgian Beast comes down as well. There's the barrel. It's gonna knock him over. Flash from Celiver. He picks up another kill. Can they finish off Barney D here? They've got a lot of damage between them. Overpower is definitely healthy enough here as well. There is the hook on towards Celiver. They need to get a kill here quickly, otherwise they're going to die. Celiver does get it. Valkyrie's away. Brilliant play coming out there. Jankos did die, of course, in the end. That was to Ari, but they come out ahead of it. Crazy, crazy fight.
And Jankos, that was a scumbag move there to get the Q to get the kill, but either way, they come out ahead, just like I said. It was fantastic play, all of them. Overpower committing into the side, also stopping Naruto from chasing him down. Then the ultimate onto Belgian Beast, almost killing him, but knocking him into the vision range of Celivar to realize I could probably take him and kill him here. It's a great job overall, and right now, H2k finally get the ball rolling, but it's still only a 400 gold difference.
400 gold, pretty much nothing at this stage of things. Jankos here. Got his Kindle gem in there now. What is his next target? Dragon not even been considered, I think, at this stage. Neither team feeling they've got a big enough lead. These 2 pink wards at bottom lane, though, they are very important because they know that they've got vision control over that. They are going to now put a pink on Dragon as well. Are they going to keep doing it here, though?
Well, they know Naruto's top lane now because he just showed at these minions, so this should be a free one for him. Belgian Beast does have his ultimate up, though. He could try to interrupt it, but either way, instead of losing any more members, they're going to give the kill up. And that was a fantastic job by H2k. It was a good read by Jankos as well to kind of realize that Naruto is probably going to gank top, and he called it perfectly.
Overpower. The CS leaders appeared once again. Now 104 to 87 CS. As he also knows that Naruto is there. He just come over the top of this ward. Shows himself to force Naruto to back away. And I've missed a kill at bottom lane. Good job. It's a 3-man dive here from H2k as they make short work of that bottom lane. As I said, guys, I'm pretty decent at shoutcasting, but I'm not a good cameraman whatsoever. Naruto coming in here, gonna slide over. Is he gonna be able to lock up Celiva? Yes, he is for now, but can they finish him off? Barrier use, they turn around. Naruto, he's gonna die. They do manage to get the 1 kill back onto the Corki, but Belgian Beast is not escaping this one. This time Jankos leaves it. The belly of Gragas finishes him off, and that will be a 4-for-1 in the end, essentially.
Wow, I mean, the 3-man dive to pick up those first 2 kills, and Celivar just somehow survived by the skin of his teeth at the end of it, but he eventually did finally fall. And the roaming that Overpower's doing is perfect. He's catching up with the rest of the team. We see Celivar with the 4-1 scoreline already. Triforce now done to a Caitlyn who has nothing, just a BF sword right now. And H2k, I mean, you give them a finger, they're taking everything they possibly can, even taking away the blue buff here, but Vander, he's gonna die.
Oh my god, I'm missing everything in this one.
It was really quick though. It was like a piltover Peacemaker into an ultimate. So
yeah, that's it. That's what happened. I mean, we got an excuse for that one. Not really for missing the double 3-man dive earlier on though. So sorry about that one, guys. I should have some sort of punishment every time I miss a kill. 100 euro. No.
I was gonna say this could get really weird very quickly.
No, not quite. Celiva here actually taking quite a lot of damage there from Matroka, who played it nicely with a Piltover Peacemaker well to stop Celiva actually chasing in. This top lane been very quiet, to be honest. They've only been really butting heads with each other. Nothing more than that really gone down. Well, 91 to 104 CS currently. Yeah,
importantly is that JWoww's been able to get a CS lead back over Xaxis, who had it earlier on. And with the Seeker's Arm Guard, it seems like he's been able to do that, not to mention those 2 Doran's rings. But Xaxis is going to be going for that Spirit Visage really soon, which gives you so much MR and also the regen on your Q. And right now, like I said, very quiet. Nothing really happening. That CS difference isn't too big, but it shows how the lane's going. Most of the action's, happening around this bottom lane, which is calling down both mid laners.
Yeah, and Overpower certainly had the better of that one. His CS lead is continuing to grow. 130 to 100. Barney D and Matroka forced once again to back away from this lane. Caitlyn actually headed back. See what he actually picks up. Vamp Scepter. Really needs that at this point, especially with the fact that Sona is there to make sure that Celiva is constantly healed up in this bottom lane.
Right now, the pink wards that have been invested by H2k bottom lane have really created opportunities for that trip or the 4-1 kill they got, not to mention the dragon, and it seems like they want to keep that up here, but Vander hasn't invested into one just yet. Because of the 7 assists he has, he went for a very early Philo Stone since it's going to give him enough reach or enough gold in the end to make it worth. But Celivar, he's in trouble here.
Yeah, Ace in the hole comes through. There is the Cataclysm coming down, and Naruto able to pick that one off. I thought a little bit risky there for Celiva to stick around. He figured that Naruto had his combo off on cooldown, but didn't really factor in that Matroka was on his way back, and that Ace in the hole is a big chunk of damage. This could actually be a turret here for TCM.
Yeah, and the advantage that H2k had is slowly dwindling away. With this turret going down, they're going to be within 1,000 out of 2,000 gold of each other. But instead, they actually leave it up right now. And Matroka's starting to get to the point where he can take Corki on, as we do see a gank happening in middle here.
Yeah, kick back here on towards Belgian Beast. They have to wait this one out because he's going to Spirit Rush over the wall. That's a good pull in, but can they land the barrel? Yes, but not really knocked back in the direction that they would have wanted it for.
It was a good attempt, and I think if Jankos did land that Q, he would have ended up going in for it as the turret finally does fall bottom.
Yeah.
But either way, they do get Ari's ultimate down, and Overpower still has the blue buff that Belgian Beast hasn't been able to pick up yet again right now. Dragon come up in about a minute 30 as TCM taking down the turret are going to start moving middle. So they want to start applying pressure onto this turret and really help relieve some pressure that Belgian Beast has on him, because look at the CS difference that's already arisen.
That works. Waves constantly cleared out here though by Overpower. They've got vision as well of the entire TCM push in middle, next to that ward that was put down there earlier on, so Overpower knows he's not in danger. Celiva meanwhile pushing solo on this bottom lane, able to pick up the first turret of the game for H2k.
Really curious to see the item builds that we've seen built up so far. So for me, it's Jankos. He actually went for the Spirit of the Ancient Golem first, and then went into a Sightstone. Obviously bounce around, but he also has a Doran's Blade because he wants that extra damage. And when you pick up 3 kills early on, why not? You earn the money for it. But right now, with nothing really happening top, we're finally seeing Jankos visit top lane onto JWoww here, and this could be very dangerous. JWoww, I'm not sure if he's going to survive this one.
Gotta be dangerous indeed. We're seeing that W in, but they've not taken damage from the turret there. Jankos actually getting cocooned up. That was great play from JWoww to stay alive.
Yeah, indeed. I was really curious because he left his turret and then just flashed back into it, and then the cocoon probably saved his life alone right now, but Jankos was able to blow the flash out of him, and that obviously gives us a little bit of advantage now in lane. But the CS lead that's happening middle is still growing bigger, 170 to 127 currently. It's getting really out of hand, and not to mention, Jankos able to get his Bloodthirster, so he's going to be able to sustain quite a bit more. He's able to take Corki on a little bit easier now, but it comes down to these next couple of team fights, and TCM all night have been having trouble landing the combos that they need to. But if they hit that one charm, that one cocoon, they can really pick someone off, and they can really start to take some fights here as Dragon has respawned.
Oh, this is where it gets interesting. Only 3 men from H2k are really in position for this one. The other 2 getting kind of sandwiched away. He could go at them from both sides, which for me, more than likely turns out bad. The whole pincer movement. See them though, by the blue buff at this point. H2k looking maybe for an entrance to the side, but they've actually out-positioned them here, as we are going to see Naruto coming in on towards Overpower, simply body slam his way back onto the ledge on his side of that river, and they've finally taken down that dragon, getting in there, really utilizing the positional advantage that they had, or that they'd really earned themselves there, H2k.
Right now, we see a little split happening for H2k, though. Naruto missing that knockup, and actually, he might get caught here.
Oh, that's a big barrel coming out of Overpower. It's going to knock a lot of them back. Will Jankos actually decide to go in there? No, not just yet. Zaz's actually pushing forward. They're going for Belgium, but Sona's going to go down. They need to get more than 1 kill to make this one worth it, and they will. With Jankos diving in, he comes back to the rest of his team. The barrel destroying Matroko, and he will be finished off by the Rockets there right at the back. And in the end, a 2 for 3 in favor of H2k, and they got the dragon. Not sure that they're going to have this turret here. They need to be careful. Oh, a flash in from Overpower onto Barney D, who is burning from the ignite. He's got the shield, and he does survive. Meanwhile, Gragas did die. Can they get the turret? They need this turret here to even that up.
I'm trying to see it. Overpower got stunned by something. I'm trying to see what it was. He went in on the body slam, and I was thinking it was maybe the cocoon, but it actually wasn't even used just yet. But either way, that was a great attempt by them. I mean, obviously, they were able to pick up the dragon, able to get a couple of kills here, but either way, TCM still holding on, and that's what's really important for their whole composition. And now JWoww, 3-0-1. We've already seen what he can do on Elise. He's in a position to do it yet again here, and the kills are starting to be spread across the team for TCM.
Build definitely different this time around, though, from JWoww after, you know, that last game that we saw in the lower bracket. Jankos set actually was ignited by Belgian Beast, but he couldn't get the damage into him. Always hard to do. Skill shots onto Elise in are not always easy to hit or predict.
And right now, we're seeing them not be able to take the turret down, which kind of hurts a little bit. But still, this is a very close game considering how game 1 actually went down. And right now, that DFG really kind of worries me for Belgian Beast. Well, doesn't worry me for him, worries me for H2k, where Celavar, we've seen how squishy he is already. If he gets hit with the DFG in a full combo, he's dead. And there goes 5 of the kills that they've been able to pick up out of the 11 total they have. And then Jankos, with 4 kills now, hasn't really been able to build up any other significant items, but he's sitting on 1,600 gold, so that's definitely going to help out. But either way, he's been able to help pick up these dragons, the 2 that have been done so far. And he's really, I don't know, he's applying a lot more presence that he didn't do in game 1.
So yeah, just getting pretty much 2 full waves there. That's going to send him back home with 1,100 gold. See, I guess he's going Last Whisper next, just judging by what he's got. Yep, there we go. Last Whisper finished off. Overpower coming back into lane. So last time we saw this lane, we were talking about how the CS was starting to get out of control. It's continued to get that way, and there's a 3-level difference between Overpower and Belgian Beast. He's going to hit level 16 next, get that final rank on his ultimate. Bad news for TCM.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we saw how much it did over in middle when he caught 2 or 3 people with it. And Belgian Beast doesn't have the magic resist or the health to survive against it. And I think that's maybe what H2k is actually waiting for right now. When he does hit that level 16, they can siege a turret down, and that one's already very low in middle as it does finally fall. But will they continue to go for it, as they even were able to drag JWoww down? They might even head top lane to go for that turret.
Looking for a red buff here, maybe, as Overpower gonna get hit by the cocoon, but JWoww needs to be real careful. Actually, could rappel over, but they follow straight in onto him. He is shut down, and that's a difficulty against his team, very similar to the mobility that they had in game number 1. They've got it here again with Corki, Lee Sin, not a Kha'Zix, but you've got a Gragas who can body slam almost as far anyway.
That was amazing play of them too, because they knew he was going to go to those golems, so they just went straight over, was able to catch him. And I'm not sure what JWoww was really doing there though, because he knew all of them were middle, and he still went in for a fight either way when they're moving up towards the top. And they're going to lose a turret for it. They're going to take one back in middle, but they might even lose the tier 2 one up the top lane.
Xaxus is going to be tanking this one up. Jankos giving him the shield there, but with Ahri coming in, it's probably a little bit too dangerous. They've lost their mid turret here as well. Are they going to be able to get in towards Naruto? Or they're looking for it. A good hook there from Barney D on towards Overpower, but that might just mean Barney D goes down. Overpower, can he land the body slam here? He's looking for it. There is the body slam. There is the barrel. Barney D is a dead man from this one. It's another body slam that actually finishes him off, and now they're looking for Naruto. He's going to be able to drag to slide away. And with Dragon coming up in 122, H2k are getting their vision down. Wow, Jankos there, knowing that Naruto was somewhere around. Manages to get through. Blue buff now the target. Not sure they can stop it. Nope. There it is. Overpower gonna finish that one off, and Naruto actually getting close. They may look to try and turn this one around, but honestly, with the fact that Crescendo is going to be coming off cooldown here soon, this Dragon fight is going to be another big one in this game.
Yeah, I don't think H2k wants to go for a fight just yet, since they had Celavar pushing bottom and getting a huge chunk of farm. He now has a 20 CS lead over Matraco. But in the meantime, TCM realizing they were back and are going to go for a push on this middle turret, and they do potentially have the ability to take it down.
They can at least bait out the barrel here, I think, from Gragas, as we see the charm landing on towards Xaxus. Nope. Doesn't do anywhere near enough damage here. Jankos, is he going to go in? No. Xaxus already got the Spirit Visage working his way up towards that Sunfire Cape, so protected on 2 fronts with that. And a lot of them just going home now. We can see there's a lot of gold to spend. 2,100, I should say, for Overpower. 1,400 for Jankos as well. And that'll be Locket the Iron Solari coming out. A Death Cap now in there, as well as that Athene's Unholy Grail for Overpower. And he's hit level 16.
Yeah, this is going to be very dangerous for TCM, where they could potentially lose the game right here if they do try to go for Dragon and they get engaged upon a 5-on-5 fight. But it looks like they're just backing away. Yeah, we have the Oracle on Vanders who's going to clear all this vision. JWoww went back to heal, and they're going to give this one up. And it's getting to the point where H2k are starting to get such a huge gold lead that TCM are going to be in trouble. Did he miss the Q?
He missed that Q. Considering how well he's done, I'm going to let him off from that one. Point blank. Too easy for Jankos, that one. Threw him off his game. But yeah, Dragon going to go over. And we're approaching a 10,000 gold lead here. TCM need to make plays. They're going to have to pick people off, and that's the problem. Belgian Beast, he's got that DFG, but they've not really had the opportunity to single people out with it.
They haven't had the ability to do the whole combo that they're looking for, is the Charm and the Cocoon, and from that kill someone. And I don't know, that's because H2K just been catching them off guard. They've been forcing the fights that not necessarily TCM wants to go for, but with this QSS picked up on Celavar, H2K, they have to be looking for a fight very soon, or maybe potentially Baron, or debate them out towards Baron. But right now, Naruto trying to go for his red buff, but he's got some company.
He's got some company, and some company is indeed as the barrel goes through, and thank you very much for your red buff. I've now got double buffs. A little bit overkill, but buff secured.
And his ultimate's on such a quick cooldown anyway,
yeah,
so it's not a big deal, especially with the blue buff on.
What now? 48 seconds?
Yeah, you can afford to waste that right now. And keeping away from Naruto, who's only level 12 at this point, is definitely a smart play, because he's doing decent on items. He has the Aegis, he has the Spirit of the Ancient Golem done so far, but he can still be blown up very quickly by the entire lineup of H2k. And Xaxus, with that Sunfire Cape coming in too, he can probably survive in a 1-on-3, 1-on-4 like we saw a little bit earlier on today. But this is H2k's game to, I guess, really lose right now. With the control they have over the top side of the jungle, they could bait out Baron. They could just do Baron. They could bait TCM into the own jungle and then just pick them off one by one. But right now, Celavar, he's actually sticking bottom here. And he does see Caitlyn. He's actually going in for it.
Yeah, now he sees Jarvan, and that's the bad news. He's already used the Valkyrie here as well. Actually, he's going to go in towards Matraco. Another rocket will come down. There's the ace in the hole, and that's a kill back. getting a little bit overzealous. Meanwhile, in the top lane, JWoww, the one under pressure, but he's managed to get back to his turret in time. The question is now, where do they go? In towards the Thresh, who's going to get blown up by the barrel there. Slid in nicely from Overpow. That'll be a kill for a kill, but it's the AD carry down for H2k. Will they be able to finish things off? They're going to go back towards JWoww. He's going to get stunned up. Will manage to repel. Jankos going very low, but there is the crescendo coming out. Belgian Beast uses his ulti to get out. He's ticking away with the ignite, but he's going to survive that one. Meanwhile, they're focusing on towards Overpow. There is a Piltover Peacemaker through as well. H2k also very, very low. Matroco chasing down. One more auto attack will do that kill, but they don't get it. They're managing to run away. Elise is flanking here. They spotted JWoww's position, though. They won't walk into that one. Jarvan continuing to chase back. Oh, setting up a trap for him. This is dangerous. Matroco is still there. Zazas gets critted. More barrels rolling in. H2k trying to escape. There's the barrel. Naruto knocked towards them. They turn around to have a go at him. Doesn't get the knock up onto Overpow. The cocoon will land on towards Vander. Poor support, always the one, but no, it's Lee Sin that goes down. Meanwhile, Zazas has gone in there. Matroco super low. Here comes Celiver. He will blow up with one with the big one. And now it's Naruto being chased down. There is a lantern to save JWoww. And Naruto is managing to walk away from things. A prolonged fight there that ended up, I don't even remember how it ended up, 1-for-1.
The fight that never ends is looking like that was what it was going to be. But they actually did get Matroco in the end with Celivar coming in. And they got, actually no, they didn't get Belgian Beast, but they did get Barney over in middle from that. But an insane fight considering how big of a lead H2k has. They went in for a fight against, well, a 4-on-5 against TCM because Celivar died over towards bottom. And in the end, they come out ahead, but still a lot closer than they would have expected. They're not able to pick up any objectives off of the back of the entire fight. And also Celivar dying bottom. And that fight kind of shows, even though there's a big difference in gold, it's still a really close game. It's still really anyone's game.
We'll have to see. It was a very messy one. That was a real problem here. As we see Corki and Sona getting close up towards that blue buff. Is Overpower going to get in there? Nope, not quite quick enough. Belgian Beast already able to finish that one off and get away with his blue intact.
And it looks like H2k are finally going to go for a push on the middle here. They do have all their ultimates up, so we could see a fight breaking out here momentarily. And if they land that crescendo onto Ahri, they're going to make him explode, and there's nothing he can do to escape that. He's even going in towards a DFG for some extra damage. But still, H2k are really hesitant to push, to fight. And it's really kind of surprising.
Yeah, that could cost them. That could cost them as things go on. 30 minutes almost reached in this game. Overpower now adding that Void Staff into the Rabadons and Athenes. Currently 60 CS ahead, and of course died a couple of less times and has 7 more assists than the Ahri, who's added finally most of that Rabadon's death cap in. H2k setting up here on position. They're going to spot this ward out that was just laid. Get rid of that one. What a tense moment in this game. Both teams facing off in the jungle. There is coming on towards Vander. Are they going to be able to lock him down? Ace in the hole will hit Jankos, but that's not really the damage that they were looking for. Barrel from Overpower will zone them out. And because they're taking away the vision now, TCM are almost forced to come back in and put more wards down.
They're definitely doing that. They're running out of time because there's only so many wards you can put down when you have that Ruby Sights down. As you see, Barney going to go back and actually pick up some more. But still, H2k haven't gone for a fight just yet. The Flash Crescendo still has a long time remaining on it as it flashes on still pretty much a fourth of a cooldown. But they haven't been able to get that ward in that bush that they're currently sitting at by race. They need to be able to get that vision, and then they'll know if they can go for a fight here. But that red buff respawning, H2k looking to take it away, and this actually might kick off the fight.
Yeah, taking it away to the backside. Overpower on his own at the top there as the red actually has switched aggro over towards TCM. Naruto not going to be happy about that one. Jankos actually coming in, smites it away. That's a nice pickup here for H2k. And Overpower going in. They've managed to pull in Naruto Adore. He's going to use his ultimate there, Cataclysm. Actually, the Crescendo didn't really hit where they wanted to, and they've lost Gragas. H2k have to back off.
That was a weird fight. I'm not really sure why H2k went in for that. They caught Naruto Door, but because of position, because of where Overpower was, he could just ultimate back into the team. And then the Crescendo didn't even hit as many people as they would have liked, and Overpower ends up getting killed. That's a really messy, weird fight out of H2k, and TCM are looking to take advantage of it with having that big man down. Maybe they can push some turrets down. Maybe they can actually go for Dragon, which is currently being done by H2k. We're going to find out if they're going to go for a fight again.
Yeah, and there's no smite here for H2k, and we see Jankos. He's going to die from this one. Got charmed up in the end.
Could this be Baron?
Not worth it. I mean, why not? Jungler's down, 40-second spawn time on Jankos. Overpower's not up for 15, so it's a lot of damage missing, and that ability to finish off Baron, they're going for it here. TCM are going to try and make the play and take out Baron.
And with that Oracle, they have the vision control on top of that. Zaz is trying to spot it here, just trying to see exactly how low it's going to be, but if he's going to try to take it down himself, when they know they don't have, actually they do have a smite on an Urtador, so he actually took that away without using that, and they do get the Baron here, but are they going to go for a fight as they do? Instead, back away. They have a lot of gold to spend. H2k, who had to lead this entire game, are starting to lose it.
Starting to lose it, maybe showing some weakness, which we thought wasn't there after such a good finish in the last one, after beating Meet Your Makers in 22 minutes in the game. Before that one, I thought that H2k may be more on point when it comes to actually finishing things off. That obviously might not quite be the case here, but we said it before that these team fights, despite the lead that H2k had, were a lot closer than they maybe should be, and that's only going to make it even closer now with that Baron picked up, that buff running on them, plus the gold that they'll have spent. We can see that the Zhonya's Abyssal Scepter Haunting guys now done for release. The Rabadon's Death Cup plus a Negatron Cloak picked up there as well for Ahri. It's all getting a little bit closer as another turret goes down towards TCM's favor. That was the final outer turret left up.
And we might finally see H2k actually going, or sorry, not H2k, TCM going aggressive here. The Baron they picked up was kind of hey, we can pick it up right now since we just killed their jungler, but they do have the ability to go for a fight, and that's what they kind of need. They need to be the ones sieging away to make their whole combo work with that cocoon and with the charm landing, and yet they're still not pushing down just yet, but they will be heading middle here. They're looking for one more turret maybe. That would even up the gold pretty much even. As JWoww does return, they have been able to buy items. We see Death Cap now done, as well as the Negatron Cloak for Belgian Beast. We have the Fan Answer picked up from Atraco, as well as the Last Whisper. And over on JWoww's side, pretty much going for that squishy Elise kind of build, where he has a lot of penetration and a lot of damage on top of that. And honestly, we could see a fight break out very, very soon. But H2k in this area, I have to say, kind of favors them here, just because of the crescendo and the ultimate out of Gragas.
Barnardine now knows that there's a pink ward in that brush. And he's going to make a play for it here with that Oracle Elixir on, and they will manage to take that vision. Meanwhile, mid lane is being pushed out here as Jankos gets Cocoon up, takes a lot of damage, and they're going to get it. They've just literally crowbarred their way in onto this tower, taking it down, and with that Baron buff on, obviously, H2k don't want to fight there.
Yeah, they're definitely really hesitant. And it's kind of the style they've been playing with, though. They've always been hesitant, even though having a huge lead. Even the game just prior, when Overpower was ridiculously fed, I was gonna say overfed on Kha'Zix. But now TCM gonna move down to bottom here. They're gonna look for this turret on top of that. And H2k, I mean, it's basically give it up or fight for it. And honestly, I think they're just gonna give this one up too.
Well, we'll see. They've got all 5 men there. They've got decent wave clear coming out as well. Well, they can't quite compare it with that of TCM at this point, where the Orbs and Piltover Peacemaker being pushed through. And the Baron buff got about a quarter of its time still remaining. Are they going to try and get in around the side? The Spiderling sent through on a bit of a scouting mission. H2k hold firm. You've taken one in a turret, but we're not going to let you have this second one. You want to make sure that we keep a hold of this one. That's a big hit there from Corki coming out. Can they get any more? Oh, that's bad news. Celeber actually getting caught. They're going to dive into this one. A crescendo gets 2 of them. Belgian Beast has died. TCM now, they're actually pretty low. And once this, there's a Cataclysm goes down, they're going to keep chasing. Jankos going to go over. Does get Cocoon. JWoww going very low. Q lands from Lee Sin as they come back around. Jankos, is he going to get finished off? There's a kill on towards Naruto. They need to finish off Matroko here. Zaza's chasing it onto him. Are they going to keep going? Overpower already used everything at them, and H2k now back away.
So in the end, it was a 2-for-1, but it was against a Baron up TCM. They're able to hold on to that turret. But right now, TCM's responding back. With the Baron buff now gone, they don't have that extra regen. And Jay was like, all right, I'm going to go middle. He's going to push that lane out. And a great fight by H2k. Not to mention that crescendo coming out of Vander. It locked down Belgian Beast, making it able for him to be picked up and killed.
Matroko actually going to tank up the turret here a little. Needs to be a little wary of that one.
Overpower's ultimate's almost up again.
Oh, Ace in the hole, though. He's going to force him back. He needs to be real careful about that one. He knows that there's no flash, no barrier for Montroco that was used last time around. JWoww just doing a round through the jungle, and they're going to push on towards this inner top turret. H2k being able to go back, heal themselves up now. As you see, another needlessly large rod there, picked up by Gragas. 17-14 in kills. 3,000 gold is still the lead that H2k have, but we're tied on towers. And it looks like at least another Baron for this game.
Yeah, I feel like this is actually going to be a relatively long one, about 50 minutes in or something like that, 45 minutes in, because there's no way either team is going to fight right now with Baron coming up in about 2 minutes. They know it's going to be very soon. Zaz's already got the timer on it a little bit earlier on. And they realize if we lose a fight right now and the other team takes Baron, we're going to lose the game. So if anything, it's to come around to a Baron dance. It's going to come around to who has the better vision, who has more wards on them, and who has the oracles still up on themselves as well. And right now, I don't know. I mean, we thought it was H2k's game to lose a little bit earlier on when they had like a 7,000, 8,000, almost 10,000 gold lead. But that gold difference is dwindled down to 3,000 currently.
Definitely right on that one. See here more. Well, 2 Spirit Visages added in for Zazas and Jankos. With that double AP setup of Elise and Ari, certainly needed. We've got 1 minute and 10 for Baron. Dragon is already up. H2k want Dragon, and then they're going to challenge for Baron. They need to be speedy about this one. Vanda's actually headed back. Exactly 1 minute for Baron here. And TCM have positioning on it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the key thing. They gave up positioning and vision around Baron to take Dragon. And that's honestly going to be really hard to deal with when you are H2k. You need to be able to see things, and when TCM has a vision over you and they can lock one person down with their whole combo, you're not really going to be able to survive this one. And we do see Overpower, though. He picked up a Zonias, so he's going to be able to survive a little bit better in these fights, able to absorb some more damage. And you see them. They're trying to push back. They're trying to get these lanes shoved in, so the potential for Baron becomes very real.
And this is smart from H2k. Now, they don't have Baron vision, but they know that they can bait TCM away from that Baron area by pushing up this mid lane. And look at that. Just by making that positional advantage, they gain positioning back on Baron. With the Oracle of Vanda, plus the wards that he's got, they can hold the vision back.
TCM might be looking for an engage here if JWoww does come over. It's a very, very crucial point in the game, very critical of who can get the vision, who can control it, and who's going to get engaged upon. Hurtador, luckily for him, he does have that flag, so you can get the vision. And then TCM are doing the exact same thing that H2k just did to him. They're rushing down middle, they're pushing that lane in, and they have vision still, so they can actually force H2k in a bad spot to force him to rotate around a wrong way and actually give him some free damage, if not the inhibitor turret.
Well, Baron is now live. And there's still a ward. This ward is really crucial at this point. TCM not spotted that one. There's a ward coming over. Hook doesn't land onto Jankos. And important for Overpower not to show here on this top side. And he is going to show as the barrel comes down. More wards put into position. Jankos just going to throw Q out there. The charm actually missing. Ace in the hole comes through, blocked by Zazas, the man with most armor in this game, as Overpower's actually gone top side of this one. This is very, very crucial now. It's going to be all about position. That trap needs to go. Jankos steps on it. And H2k trying to put as much damage at range down as they possibly can. Elise is actually coming around the back as well.
Look at bottom lane real quick, Joe. Over for H2k. It's actually pushing into the inhibitor turret right now. They're just trying to stall out, let the minions do as much damage as they possibly can.
And not moving from Baron for anybody's money.
No. Oh, okay. But JWoww with position, just like you said, coming out from behind, they're looking to maybe try to sandwich them in, but both teams not budging, not going for a fight. And with that extra wave coming in, H2k are looking at a free turret.
JWoww knows that he can actually kill off one here, and they're going to go towards Vanda. He's going to get exploded. They've managed to get Barney D in here. They're going to turn around on towards Belgian Beast, but they need to pick up kills here, H2k. There's a Cataclysm coming down. Celiva in all kinds of trouble, has to flash back off. Where is Gragas? He's had to walk away to the top side. Overpower ulti already used. Zazas is going to go down, and that is 2 kills here for TCM. They're going to go back.
Oh.
They're going to have themselves a Baron. No, Overpower comes in from the side. Oh, this is so close here. They're low as well. They can't afford it. Ace in the hole goes through. Doesn't quite get the kill. But is it enough damage here?
Well, the bottom inner turret's down to 700 life out of 2,500, and we see TCM actually going for Baron here, but Overpower's gonna have his ultimate up in just about 20 seconds. He's trying to stall them, and he really could do a great job of it, as well as with the help of Celavar, and you see Janko's coming in too. Naruto are so low on health, they have to run away from this, and this might be their downfall.
Oh, they've backed off from it. Matroco takes the hits there. Overpower's ulti is coming up in about 5-10 seconds time from this one. They've started off Baron themselves. They know they can force it. They can either fight, they can start taking out Baron, and TCM have to fight while they're already low HP. Barney going very low. JWoww here not healthy either. Matroco has healed back up, but Barney and Naruto Adore are the real low ones in this one. H2k start off the Baron. It's very, very low, down to 2,500 HP. There is a crescendo. Barrel's going to knock them back. Cataclysm came down as well. Belgian Beast has to back away. Overpower going a little bit too deep here. Is he going to go down? JWoww dives in. Yes, he does. Matroco now cleaning this one up. JWoww, use that Zonya's Hourglass. Celavar's going to die, and it's now all on Xaxus. The Baron did reset, and TCM are low. They're backing off. They've not got the health to do it.
They have to give that one up, and the bottom lane turret's still very low on health, as well as the top one started to take some damage from the minions H2k had. I think there was miscommunication because there was pings going down of top and bottom. They realized they could just stall this one out, let the minions eventually take a turret, but that crescendo that came in, it baited the entire H2k team into that fight when they shouldn't have gone for it. All they did was get the kill on a Barney D with that ultimate coming out of Overpower, and in the end they ended up losing 4 people for 1.
What a close game. What a ridiculous game this is. Let me clear my throat and try that one again. What a ridiculously close game this is. See that TCM have once again started off Baron. This time around, they're all at full HP, and only Xaxus is there. The max that he's going to get from this one is a timing on Baron. And in the end, they might even end up losing this blue buff. There's a pink ward put down. Keep a hold of that vision, but Baron has gone down. They've lost their blue buff, and look at that gold. Just 1,000 pretty much separating them at this stage. 20 to 18